Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome in. My name is Kayla. I am a wife to the most wonderful husband, the mom to the sweetest newly 3-year-old little boy, and I share family, faith, and travel content here on my channel. And I could not be more excited about today's video. So we are going to be talking all about how we as a family have made it a point to cultivate peace in our home this Christmas season, and the changes that we've made to really ensure that we are honoring the spirit of the season and the reason for the season. So I am so excited to be bringing you this video today, to be filming it. It is just something I feel like the Lord has really placed on my heart to share, and yeah, I am excited to just share with you the 5 things that we've really changed this year to cultivate peace in our home this holiday season. So without further ado, let's get started. And I wanted to give you a little bit of a backstory, if you will, of how this all came to be. It was November. We had just finished up some family celebrations, and I just started feeling this, just feeling so overwhelmed, I guess I should say, with the holiday season coming up. So that time from Thanksgiving to, New Year's, where you're just that hustle and bustle, right? There's even the Christmas song about the hustle and bustle, a lot of consumerism, a lot of comparison, and I just started feeling so much stress and pressure for a season that hadn't even started yet. This was in the beginning of November. And so I really just have been pouring into the Word, and 2 Bible verses really stood out to me and just sparked this desire to really focus on having a peaceful Christmas season. So I wanted to share those first, as those are the reason for some of the changes that I'm going to be sharing with you that we have made this year. And the first is from John 14:27. It says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you." And you may hear my dogs, they're walking around, but that Bible verse just really stood out to me. He's talking to his, Jesus is talking to his disciples and preparing them for, the fact that he is going to be leaving. And he talks about what he is leaving with them is peace. And that really just touched my heart of, the reason that we are celebrating this holiday season is the birth of Christ. And although Willie, sorry about that, had to let the dogs out and in. So the other verse that really stood out to me is Isaiah 9:6, and it says, "For unto us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace." And so those verses just really stood out to me as a wife and a mom of the type of environment that I want to create in our home for celebrating this Christmas season. So without further ado, let's talk about the 5 changes that we've made to cultivate peace here in our home. All right, so the first thing that we did was minimize our Christmas decor and incorporate our son in the decorating. And so I want to talk about this a little bit, and I guess I was just feeling the pressure to decorate every square inch of our home. I didn't want to feel that way. And so I decided to keep our decor very simple and minimal this year. We have the tree that you can see behind me. I set up 2 other trees that are just plug-in, and I'll show those in some B-roll here as I'm talking. I put up a little bit of garland in our antique record player that's underneath our is underneath our TV, and just a few other like sentimental items, but that's it. I kept it really, really simple this year. It maybe took us 20 minutes to put up, and it really felt nice because it didn't feel like this daunting mountain of that I had to climb to decorate, and also knowing that at the end of the Christmas season it's not going to take several days to take all of our Christmas stuff down. So just kind of relieving that stress and just feeling such peace about simplifying our Christmas decor this year. And one of the things that we also did was really incorporate our son in the decorating. And so he's at an age where he wants to help, and we embraced that this year, and we would hand him an ornament and tell him he could go put it on the tree. And I had to let go of some of that perfectionism. There's going to be two big ornaments right next to each other. The one side of the tree may be ornament heavy, while the other one may have, other side might not have any ornaments on it at all. And that's okay, because he took so much pride in decorating the tree. And I have to tell you guys, every morning when he wakes up, the first thing he wants to do is turn on the Christmas lights. And that just brings my heart so much joy to know that these lights and this simple decor bring him so much joy, and it just feels so simple and peaceful and minimal. And I think because it is simple and minimal is what brought about the peace, and just really being able to incorporate our son into the decorating, and letting go of this perfection mentality that it has to look perfect or be perfect. So that is one of the ways that we are cultivating peace in our home this Christmas season, is just really minimizing the decor and focusing on just being together in the decorating. And so that has been so special. So the second way that we have cultivated peace in our home is to schedule our Christmas activities in advance. So we sat down in early November, got out our calendar, my husband and I did, and we sat down and listed out all of the things that holiday things that we wanted to do together as a family. And that really just helped create such a sense of peace because it's on the calendar, we can plan for it, and we can prepare for it. And so it was so nice just to sit down as a couple and decide what things we wanted to do, what traditions we want to start as our son becomes obviously, more aware of the Christmas season and our holiday traditions. And so just to be able to sit down and have a calendar open, and to swap ideas, compare ideas, and to just really lay out within our work schedule and our other daily life in advance the things that we wanted to do, just brought us so much peace. Really brought me so much peace because I am such a planner. And so I like knowing in advance what we're going to be doing, and it just helps relieve that stress and that pressure. So I can't encourage you guys enough. I know this is going up in December, but it's not too late. Sit down with your significant other, sit down with your family, and go through the calendar of events. Put things down on the calendar, and I can tell you it's just going to give you such peace of mind, because then you can start planning and putting things in place to make all of these holiday outings and parties and things like that just a more organized, like I said, planned in advance experience. So cannot recommend enough planning your holiday celebrations, putting them on the calendar way in advance. The third thing that we have done and that we chose to do that's kind of in line with number 2 is we have chosen to have a slower pace this holiday season. So as we were sitting down and planning out our our December calendar, we realized very quickly that we were overcommitting ourselves and that we were getting caught up in the hustle and bustle. And so we really decided and made that conscious decision to slow down and to take things off of our calendar. So we know that the family commitments that we had, my husband does work, and so we do have a work Christmas party that we will be attending. But after that, all of the other things that we were planning on doing, we've really scaled back, including canceling a Christmas trip to Walt Disney World. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't seen a lot of content from me, we go to Disney frequently. We've been several times this year. I'll link all those vlogs below, and Disney holds a special place in our heart. I'm also a Disney travel agent, so it's kind of part of my job to go to Disney, which is really cool to say. Yeah, so we have really scaled back, and we had probably four or five other things in addition to the trip that we wanted to do, and we scaled it back to two things that I'm excited to share with you guys here on my channel. So stay tuned for that. It'll kind of be vlog style, so I am excited to share that with you guys. But I just want to encourage you that it's okay to say no to things. It's okay to slow down and to have a peaceful Christmas season that isn't full of the hustle and bustle. What? Do you just need loving right now? Sorry, I guess my dog needs loving. That isn't full of the hustle and bustle. And to know that, your kiddos are still gonna have an amazing Christmas, even if you don't go to every single holiday event in your area or travel to another location to celebrate the holidays. And so I just really wanna encourage you, just to slow down, to embrace the peace of the season, and just to have a slower paced Christmas this year. So the fourth thing that we are doing to embrace the peace this holiday season is to prioritize experiences over gifts. So we, as my husband and I, just sat down and we talked about what was really important to us this holiday season. And there's so much pressure and consumerism and kind of a commercialization of this holiday. And what we have really found for our family is that we just love spending time together. And so we really wanted to prioritize experience over gifts this holiday season. So my husband and I have agreed that instead of getting each other gifts, we are going to prioritize a date night with each other. And that's gonna be our gift to one another, is just that good quality time. And then for us as a family of 3, we are going to be doing, like I mentioned before, 2 holiday outings, which I am so excited and so looking forward to, and so excited to just make them a part of our Christmas tradition, one of which we actually did last night, and so that was actually wonderful. So we have one more to look forward to. And when it comes to our son, of course, we still want to get him things to open on Christmas morning, but we really simplified that as well. So we are going to be getting him something that he wants, something that he needs, something that he will wear, and something that he can read. And so those are the 4 gifts that we are really prioritizing this year. Probably the gift that he wants will come from us, and then the something to wear. So we're gonna get him some Christmas pajamas to open the night before to wear on Christmas Eve. And so that'll come from us, and the gift that he wants will come from us. And then I think Santa will be getting him something that he needs and something to read. So I'm excited to start that tradition to really simplify the pressure to buy him every toy in the world and to really just focus on quality family time, because that's when my husband and I talked about when we're at the most peace is when we're all together. And so we are excited to just cultivate that type of peace in our home where we're really just prioritizing being together. And number 5 is we are really pouring into the Word this holiday season. I know for me personally, the more I'm in the Word, the more peace I have in my heart. And so I saw online where Luke, the book of Luke, has 24 chapters. And if you read a chapter a night, starting on December 1st, that when you wake up on Christmas morning, you will have a full appreciation of the life, death, and resurrection of Christ, and a full understanding of the life that you are celebrating on Christmas morning. And I loved that. So each night, my husband and I will read a chapter out of Luke. We will talk about it, and the next morning we will share what we have read from the book of Luke with our son. So we love that we are truly embracing the reason for the season, and it has brought so much peace into our home this Christmas season to put Christ at the center in a way that we've never done before. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys as well, to round out the 5 things that we've really done to cultivate peace in our home this holiday season, because I just feel like that has really been, out of all of the things, the biggest game changer is to really invite the Lord into our home, into this season. And I'm excited to continue this tradition of reading the Bible and sharing it with our son long after the Christmas season ends. That just really rounds out the 5 ways that we have chosen to cultivate peace in our home this holiday season. I hope that in sharing these, you will be encouraged to find joy in every single day of this Christmas season, to embrace a slower pace, and just to really spend good quality time with your family, because that's truly what matters the most and what your little ones are going to remember for years to come. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really does help support my channel. If you haven't already and you enjoyed this video and you would love to see more content like this, I would love for you to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you know when additional videos from me go live. I hope you and your families have the most peaceful and joyful Christmas season, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.